So traders, the S&P 500 is pulling back right now, and we're almost at a 50% Fibonacci. Also, the Nasdaq as well too is right at the 50% Fibonacci, and also at the support level. But also the Dow Jones is also at a support level. So we could be getting ready for a really big move, especially the Dow Jones. I believe the Dow Jones is one of those indices that's likely to make a really big move, as well as the Russell. What's going on with the Russell right now as well too when it comes to my trading and what I'm doing right now. I'm also going to talk to you about the actual silver market. Silver had a massive flush down. What's going on with silver right now, and the exact pattern I'm looking for to silver that tell me that it's a great time to get in for a trading opportunity. Also going to talk to you about the actual gold market here as well too, and why that this is a bit of a do or die right now. And if it does do in right now, this could be a great opportunity to have some really good trading opportunities, because then we could start to see a move back up to 3,000 on gold. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. So let's get started on the actual stock market, and then we'll get to gold and silver and the mining sector as well too. Because there's a lot of things that I want to cover with you today. So the big thing I want to start off with you with traders is I really want to encourage you where you are right now in your trading to not be taking. There's a lot of things that you're not sure about. Okay, the best thing I can say to you as a coach myself, and obviously I do coach people. First thing in the description there. But the thing is the best thing I can do as a coach is. And even I was saying to my room today, I was with them for an hour today with my coaching clients, and I was telling them that there's a lot of maybe trades, right? Oh, I'm not too quite sure. You know, in those moments, the best thing for you to do is not do anything. Just don't do anything in the market, especially where we are right now. Like, just the best thing I can do is your discipline needs to increase right now. And your discipline, your foundation to your success, if you're watching this right now, your foundation to your success is what are you looking for? Do you know exactly what you're looking for when you go to the market and looking for that one setup? If you don't have that, you're gambling and you're going to blow yourself out of the markets and you're going to lose a lot of money. And then you're going to say to everyone, the market's a scam, I lost a lot of money. And then you're going to blame everyone else. You're going to blame me. You're going to blame your other courses you've bought. And then you're not going to do well out of trading. Or you can take 100% responsibility for what you are doing right now in the markets. And then you can say, you know what? Yeah, I wasn't disciplined, right? The reason why most people don't do well out of trading is one, they don't find one really high quality setup that has a win-loss ratio, right? They all have win-loss ratios. I have losses as well. And two, then you're just not disciplined enough with that, right? And that's the reason why trading is so hard for most people, is because that discipline side is so hard for people, right? People that lose a lot of money, that's the case. So I wanted to start off this update with that there, because especially what's happening right now, guys, a lot of volatility and so many people, especially what's happened with silver recently, so many people are probably getting really, really, really wiped out. And I've been there, right? I feel for you. I feel for you. I understand this process. You know, I've been trading the markets for 20 years now, and I understand, right? And to me, I have just learned that no matter how much I want to get into the market or how much I want to trade, if there's nothing there that meets the plan that I know that's probably going to like me to make money, I'm probably going to lose money. And that's just been year after year after year of doing stupid mistakes. Looking at the Dow Jones, guys, now, and the Dow Jones is now pulling back towards my actual support level around 40,000. So the really big thing I see here with the Dow Jones is we're right at this level of support, right? So we're right at this level of support right here. As you can see, right, low to high, and then now we actually have this down, we're almost down to 50% level. So I do see that we looking at the Dow Jones, I believe the Dow Jones has a lot more upside to go. The other reason why I say that is if we have a look at the real big picture, right? This is the weekly chart big picture. You notice that we really haven't had that much of a move in the Dow Jones. If you look at this here, right? This was all of 2020, or pretty much all of 2021. Well, not all, right? Not all, but maybe most of 2021, all of 2022, and all of 2023, we did what? Absolutely nothing. So to me, when I'm looking at the markets, especially on the Dow Jones, I see where we are in the big picture here, right? In the real big picture here. The big picture tells me, is this the start of a very big bull market? Or Or could we be coming to an end because we've just had such a big move? And to me, by looking at this once again, I see we look at all this here. It basically just did nothing, right? Look at all that sideways period. And now it's only this period here of where it's broken out. So that's a lot different to the other indices. So that's why I'm actually still pretty bullish on the Dow Jones. I believe there's going to be a movement in the Dow Jones coming real soon from there. Let's go look at the Nasdaq 100. Nasdaq 100 had a very, very, very big drop to the downside. Now we're actually coming back down to two major key levels here on the Nasdaq 100, right? We have this level of support around 19,000, and then we also have a 50% Fibonacci level from that as well too, right? So we can see that that's what's going on through there. Now, remember what I was saying before about the Dow Jones, okay? If I go look at the Nasdaq here, as you can see, the Nasdaq's been in this incredible move to the upside from here all this time, right? We had 1, 2, 3 stair steps. So even though this drop is in place, we've had such a big, massive bull market that I wouldn't be too surprised if it does rally. We may rally up through there and then may do something like that. I don't believe we're getting ready for another really big move out of the Nasdaq, only because of what we've actually done through here. Moving over now through to the S&P 500, and that's similar, sort of the same thing, right? We are getting a bit of a drop down through here on the S&P 500. There's a bit of a support line through there. We may even have a bit more of a flush down through here on the S&P 500. Right, we could see through here the 5,200 level, and yeah, and so we can. I thought it just came through my mind. Anyway, so this support level here, guys, around the 50% Fibonacci could hold. But again, just looking at this weekly chart, guys, let me take everything off the screen. We've had now what, 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be now the 5th stair step coming up through here. Even though we're probably going to come down and find a bit of support, like we may come down a little bit more and then find a bit of support, I don't see this thing having another really big move to the upside. I just don't see that, not just yet. For me personally, there's just not a lot of conviction from here. So we may get a drop down through here and then come back up, maybe even poke its head back above through here. But this is what I'm expecting out of the S&P 500, maybe for a little bit, right? Because we've just been making such a massive move, especially those high, low. For me personally, it's looking at this, we've already made such a big move out of the S&P 500, right? And so whenever that happens, you're sort of getting towards the end of a very big bull market. Remember I said about the Dow Jones, right? The Dow Jones has basically done nothing, and now we're just starting to break out from here. And if we look at the Russell is the one where, same sort of the Dow Jones, right? We've been doing nothing here for all this time, and that's why I've been very, very, very bullish on the Russell 2000 from here. So I see some of you guys in the Russell 2000 right now. It's really interesting. You guys know that I got into the Russell, and I actually may be out of the Russell right now, by the way, guys. If you guys are actually in the Russell following me, I actually may be out of the Russell right now. I'm saying that because I think some of you guys are like, oh, well, John said it, and then you're trading based off a YouTube video. Like, don't do that, guys. Right? I got in on the Russell because it met my trading setup. Right? You actually want to do well out of trading. Stop fart-assing around. Right? Stop doing that. What I mean by that is stop looking at a YouTube video saying, oh, I'm going to trade based off a YouTube video. No, don't do that, right? Because you don't know what like. I got into the Russell because it met a trading setup, met my trading plan, right? It's like, what are you going to do? Run around the YouTube sphere and then look for all these quick tips that these YouTube videos are going to give you, right? That's not the way you build foundations, right? You do that for a whole 12 months. How have you built any foundation to help you become a much better trader, right? So don't do that. Don't just watch my YouTube video and say, oh, I'm going to go long this market because John said so, right? It's like, it's completely wrong, right? Completely wrong. The reason why is because, yeah, I may talk about my gold trade. I may talk about my Russell trade, right, in the markets. But the really big thing is that there are so many trades that I do take throughout the entire year that I don't let YouTube know, that only my private clients know. And you're missing out on so many opportunities right now in the market, only because you're looking for YouTube videos and you're looking for those, I'm going to trade based off a YouTube video. Stop it, right? Be real. You want to eventually make 6 and 7 figures in the markets, like do really well? Well, start to treat this seriously. Start to treat this with some respect. Not looking for that quick tip and easy way out, because you know yourself, right? Yeah, you may be in the Russell now with me and you're making a bit of money. Yeehaw. Like that didn't do anything for you. Yes, say you make $100,000 in the Russell. Okay, now go repeat that for the rest of your life. You don't know how to do that, right? I do. Why? Because the Russell just meant the same setup that I trade right today. I'm looking on individual stocks and so on and so forth. So if you want to become a really good trader, it's so important that you build a foundation. And obviously that's where my coaching program is, right? You need to understand what goes into a good setup, not looking for a YouTube video to tell you what to do, right? Because that is completely the wrong thing. And you are going down the path of devastation. Promise you, right? So anyway, but the Russell to me is just getting started. I think the Russell has a lot more exciting times ahead. Now let's go look at the good old gold and silver markets. So we can see gold is having a little bit of a pullback right now. So gold right now coming back down to this level of support. What actually happens here with gold, right? Gold's really interesting. Do we hold here, right? This is a bit of a do or die spot right now when it comes to gold. Do or die spot when it comes to gold. And the reason why is because we have a low here. If this holds here right now and we start to get something like that, then guess what? Gold, baby. Could start to see a really big move to the upside. And silver, what a flush down with silver. Remember I said before, guys? If you've been watching me for the last couple of days, what did I say? I'm expecting a flush down out of silver. Look what happened. Big flush down out of silver. So now the question is, what comes out of this level here? If we get some sort of V bottom out of this market here, right? Some sort of strong V bottom like that, and then we get something like this here going on, that's going to be very bullish for the good old silver market from there. So that's what I wanted to share with you in today's update there today, traders. So once again, traders, if you are absolutely serious about taking your trading and actually building a solid foundation, right? Like learning what goes into a good quality setup, and then having scans that help you, then having me there coach you every single day when it comes to your discipline, which is important, your consistency, which is important, your patience, waiting for the setups, your emotional, right? All these things that I just said there, what goes into you becoming a good trader. If you are losing a lot of money right now, then you need to be honest and real with yourself about, okay, I'm not disciplined, I'm not consistent, I'm not patient, and I don't have emotional control. So it doesn't matter what system you're trading right now, if you don't start to really work on that, again, that's the reason why my coaching is all about every single day, right, is working on those areas, the discipline, right, sticking to the system, consistency, patience, and so on and so forth, then you're not going to make any money. Right? And then having a community like I do with my program to actually help you out. So if you are on the fence right now, guys, and you really want to do really well, and I promise you that people that don't master the art of trading, this next 5 years, you're going to get absolutely destroyed. People buy and hold. We know that, right? We know there's something big, massive coming over the next 5 to 10 years. We're talking property and wars, and it's just like, we know something big, massive is coming, right? So those who do whatever they can to right now to prepare are going to do really well. And because the thing is, as the market's coming crashing down, and probably maybe even the property market as well too, if you know how to trade these markets successfully on the bullish side and the bearish side, especially the bearish side, as the market's dropping 50 to 80% when we do go through the big crash, guess what? You can take advantage of it. But if you're not doing the groundwork right now, your preparation right now will not lead to the opportunity later on. You won't know what to look for in the top of the market. You won't know what to look for in a really good trading setup, and you're going to blow yourselves out of the market. And your retirement account and the money you have right now, you're going to wilt away because you didn't stop and say, okay, I need to really put some good work in for the next 3 to 6 months to work on a good trading setup, work on my discipline, work on my patience, work on all that sort of stuff, if I actually really want to do well out of this. Because if you don't prepare right now and put in the work right now, I promise you, when the recession does come, most people are going to get destroyed, absolutely destroyed, because they're just trading off a YouTube video or doing all this sort of garbage and not building a solid foundation. You becoming long-term success in the markets for the rest of your life is putting in the groundwork for 3 to 6 months to know what goes into a good quarter setup, how to trade that, how to be disciplined, how to let your profits run while, and cut your losses short while taking care of your emotions within that trade, and so much more. If you do need some help, guys, first link in the description, click on that, and I'll speak to you on the phone real soon.